problems. That guy, he just has to touch you once.
Shit's going down.
He's so different than anybody else in the division. Like, he knocks everybody out. Everybody hits hard. They all hit hard.
But that
fucking
down.
dude hits hard.
Set that Jake Paul can come 15-20% in regards to Anthony Joshua. He's a completely different specimen. Look, you'll see what it looks like when they stand next to each other.
Joe Rogan has reacted.
Joe Rogan shared his thoughts on Anthony Joshua's latest intense training routine ahead of the rumored fight with Jake Paul, and his reaction was striking. After seeing leaked clips of Joshua delivering powerful combinations and training with top-tier coaches, Rogan described the former heavyweight champion as absolutely formidable. He also suggested that Jake Paul might finally be facing a challenge he can't simply talk his way through. With Joshua appearing sharper, quicker, and more ruthless than he has in years, Rogan predicts this fight could end quickly and violently if Jake steps into the ring. The upcoming Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua matchup will be an official professional heavyweight fight. Following the Marquis of Queensberry rules, the bout is set for 8 rounds, with each round lasting 3 minutes, and both fighters are required to use 10-ounce gloves. Importantly, Joshua has a maximum weigh-in limit of 245 pounds, ensuring a fair and competitive fight. Any victory or defeat will be added to each boxer's professional record. This is a legitimate, career-impacting showdown.
Professional bout. This is going on people's records. AJ got to take him serious because this isn't some exhibition. We're running out some judges to act like there's a decision and someone won. No, someone's going to win, someone's going to lose here. It's 8 rounds, 3-minute rounds. Again, heavyweight pro bout, 10-ounce gloves. AJ talking about breaking internets over faces. I think he meant to say breaking his face on the internet. Who knows? Maybe you can do both in the big 2025. But then you have the weight limit, 245 pounds. And people are automatically going to go, oh, God, here's the thing. Oh, here's the thing in the contract. No, stop all that. And I'm going to go on a rant in a second for all the people that thought this was fake, for all the people that thought that Jake wouldn't do this, for all the people that thought he was scared. I'm going to go on that rant in a second. But, okay, yes, 245 is a weird number because Jake has already fought at heavyweight. He fought Mike Tyson at 220-something. But again, I understand it a little bit. We're on short notice here. You don't want to have a Tyson Fury type situation, which AJ would never be 290 coming in here. But 260, 270, it starts to get out of the realm of possibility of, like, what are we doing here? Even though heavyweight has...
Nisa Badarian, CEO of Most Valuable Promotions, MVP, and one of Jake Paul's main promoters, told Sky Sports that the December 19th fight against Anthony Joshua is a major global event. She emphasized that while Joshua brings more experience, Paul's bold confidence could play a decisive role. Badarian described the fight as a symbolic clash and revealed that their team acted quickly to make it happen, condensing negotiations and planning into a very short time frame. She also confirmed that strict weight limits and professional fight regulations will be in place to ensure a high-stakes, serious bout. Badarian told Sky Sports that this matchup is far less one-sided than Joshua's previous fight with Francis Ngannou. While Ngannou was a large, powerful opponent, he lacked extensive boxing experience, making that fight more uneven. In contrast, Badarian believes Paul has developed rapidly as a boxer, gaining the skill and maturity needed to make the fight with Joshua genuinely competitive. Regarding weight, there's been much discussion about limits for Joshua, as the team wants to keep the fight fair and balanced.
Weight, will there be a limit for Joshua?
So there's a lot of discussion around the weight. Joshua fought Usyk twice. Both of those times, Usyk was 221 pounds. Joshua was 240 to 245. When Jake fought Mike Tyson last year, 227 pounds. I expect Jake will come in anywhere between 225 and 230. And Anthony Joshua has a weight limit of 245 pounds.
There will be those, as you're aware, that will look at it and criticise this fight. There already have been, haven't there? They'll say it's a real mismatch. What would you say to them? Are we going to be watching sport at its purest?
I would say it's much less of a mismatch than what you saw with AJ and Francis Ngannou, who a massive man, but relatively no boxing experience. I would say it's much less of a mismatch than AJ's 9th or 10th fight against guys who've been knocked out 20 to 25 times. Given AJ's pedigree, Jake is built for this. Jake is built for the big moments. So do I think it's dangerous for Jake Paul? Absolutely. Do I think it's also dangerous for Anthony Joshua?
Many fight experts believe Jake Paul is taking a huge risk by facing Anthony Joshua. Former cruiserweight champion Lawrence Oakley warned that Joshua's size and power make the matchup a serious danger for Paul. At the same time, two-time world champion David Benavidez stated that Paul is stepping into a risky situation due to Joshua's extensive experience at the highest level.
I give 100% respect to Jake Paul. But that's a dangerous fight for him. He probably gets knocked out. And I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not saying nothing bad. But Anthony Joshua is Anthony Joshua. You know, he's multiple-time champion, Olympic gold medalist. You know what I mean? The last time somebody stepped in the ring with him that didn't have that much boxing experience was Ngannou, and you seen what happened to him. Yeah. But big respects to Jake Paul. It's going to be a good card. You know what I mean? It's a big fight. And it's a good fight, man. I give 100% respect to Jake Paul for even taking that fight.
The Ring 4, November 22nd. Watch only on DAZN.
Carl Froch has questioned Anthony Joshua's choice to fight Jake Paul, suggesting that AJ may be prioritizing money over legacy. Froch believed that having already achieved championship success and financial security, Joshua has little left to prove in traditional boxing and appears motivated more by a lucrative crossover opportunity than by competitive challenge.
So we've got to consider, is AJ cashing out? Well, I did say a year ago when he got splattered by Daniel Dubois that he's finished now. He won't get that confidence back. He's not had any confidence, in his head. No belief for a long time. And I don't think he can get back to world level. There's a couple of new young guns now coming up and coming through. It's like a changing of the guard. And when Usyk retires, I don't know what Daniel Dubois is going to do next, but what Daniel Dubois did to him, then he went on and lost to Usyk. But there's a few new heavyweights coming through, Moses Atalma, just to mention one. And you wouldn't start putting AJ in with any of these young up-and-comers that can punch hard, because I just don't think he's got the chance, because the ambition and the desire is going to be gone. So AJ most definitely is cashing out, and you can't fault him. Fair play to him. He's going to get a massive payday, maximise his exit route by fighting fake punch.
Boxing fans believe Jake Paul has a real shot at defeating Anthony Joshua, placing their faith in his power. Although often called a YouTuber-turned boxer, Paul has demonstrated legitimate punching strength, landing heavy shots that have floored several opponents. Tyson Fury recently predicted that Paul could knock out Joshua, highlighting his increasing size and power as a heavyweight. Paul has also claimed that Joshua's chin is vulnerable, implying that a precise, well-timed punch could end the fight quickly.
Think he can win, Jake Paul?
I think it's a possibility. No one is backing Jake Paul currently. You've seen him in the ring. You can see that he's got some knockout power. And I also believe people don't look at Joshua's last few fights. And I don't think it's going to be as big of a landslide as people feel. I feel like there's an overhand right that could easily land, and I wouldn't predict that Joshua's chin can last that. The problem is that all of the pressure's on Joshua at the moment. So Jake Paul, if he gets knocked out in 12 seconds, he should get knocked out. The problem is, as soon as Joshua starts taking damage, all of a sudden he's thinking, the world is watching me, I'm a professional fighter, and I'm getting beat off a YouTuber. All of the pressure is in Joshua, and that's a lot that can weigh on a man. You can't deny that Jake Paul has power. I think it's one of his only attributes. I think he's a very poor boxer, but what he does have is a weird technique where you don't know what
How do we know he's got power? How do we know he's got power?
He's knocked people out. Joshua has all of the world looking at him thinking you should walk him over. If it gets 2 rounds, 3 rounds inside, I think Joshua loses.
Many are framing this fight as a David versus Goliath scenario. Jake Paul, known for his social media fame and lighterweight boxing experience, is facing Anthony Joshua, a heavyweight champion with immense size, power, and experience. Joshua represents a Goliath of the matchup, while Paul, the underdog, is relying on his determination, courage, and ambition to try to even the odds.